Welcome to day 2 of how dentists can use Robert Cialdini's 6 principles of persuasion, or his weapons of influence, as I like to call them, to attract more and better patients and keep the ones they have. In this podcast, and the 4 podcasts that are going to follow, I want to be looking at one of the principles each day. If you're not familiar with Cialdini's work, I highly recommend it. Jump out on Amazon right now and grab the book Influence. Everything he's written about is so extensively and it directly applies to your marketing efforts as a dentist. And I'll be back right after the break to tell you about scarcity. I'm Colin, Receiver, CEO of SmartBox, and thanks for watching the Patient Attraction Podcast. Now, I've been an admirer of Cialdini's for a long time, particularly the principles of persuasion. Now, these principles themselves are universal, although there are some wrinkles in exactly how they play out in different cultures. And today, I want to talk about the principle of scarcity. Now, scarcity is pretty straightforward. If there are only a few of something, or if something's available only for a limited time, people are more likely to want it. They don't want to miss out on savings or acquiring something. And you see this all the time in advertising. Limited time only, sales end Wednesday, this weekend only, or maybe only 25 left in stock. Don't miss your chance to save. Or maybe available only to the first 199 customers only. And even though this advertising scarcity is almost always artificial, people are still persuaded by it. Now, not everyone, but advertisers don't need everyone. They need enough people to respond, and generally people do. There are 2 limiting factors when it comes to using scarcity. Now, the first is that you can't use it for too long of a time, and you can't use it too often, because people catch on to the fact that maybe those savings aren't really time limited, or maybe there are more than 25 in stock. Now, unless they're seeing the ad for the first time, they're going to no longer respond. So time or quantity limited scarcity is something to use carefully and with a planned timetable. The second limiting factor is that it has to be something people will want. Here's a silly example to make a point. You can try pushing a limited time offer on used motor oil, but there's not going to be many takers, if any, because there's nothing desirable about used motor oil. Now, you're probably wondering, how does this principle really apply to dentists? After all, you're not selling bouncy castles or used vacuums or new vacuums. Now, let's start with time-limited offers. What you are selling is your skill, is your dental treatment. Think about what treatment in a general practice usually focuses on: the cleaning, the exam, the x-rays, whitening, minor restorations, minor cosmetic dentistry. Now, you could discount one or all of those things, or group it into a value-added package. Now, maybe you already do so. Maybe your competitors already do so. That's a price war that you'll need really deep pockets to win. But there's another way to use scarcity, and that's to offer an enhanced service for a limited time. If your exams don't usually include oral cancer screening, add that as a free feature. But add it only to the next 20 or 30 new patients who book. Again, if you're allowed to, offer a one-time limited in-house whitening session, or a free trial of a take-home whitening program, or free whitening for life, or a free computer simulation of the end result of your cosmetic dental treatment. Maybe schedule an extra half day once or twice a month and advertise limited availability. But don't try offering a root canal special. That's something people wish they didn't need, and it's not something people want. Use Cialdini's principle of scarcity in marketing your practice is limited by your state's regulations, of course, by the services you offer, and of course, by your imagination. You must understand what your prospects value and focus on providing those things for a limited time or to the next however many patients. There's another way to use scarcity. You can establish yourself as the best and only logical choice to solve your prospects' dental problems. You can position yourself as the trusted, relatable dental expert. And there's only one of you. That's automatic scarcity. Add the time limiting factor or of appointment availability. And in essence, that's what SmartBox's industry-leading patient attraction system accomplishes for more than 550 dentists around the world. SmartBox dentists get more and better new patients. And if you want to see what a patient attraction system can do for your practice, check out our website. Schedule a practice discovery session. It's a small investment of your time that can pay big dividends. You can attract more and better patients, have higher profits, and ultimately more freedom from bending over the dental chair. Join me for our next podcast. I want to discuss the principle of authority and how dentists can use that. Until then, keep moving forward.